Hi guys, long time no here. Haven't been on for 7 or 8 months, I guess. Been busy, but no excuse not to come on. Just want to give you guys an update on my health, what's going on in my life, for my few subscribers that I've got. So atrial fibulation, I'm medicated. It's not perfect. I have my good days and my bad days, but I guess it's under control to a degree. Back at work full time, which hurts, to be honest. The anxiety with atrial fibrillation, I get a fair bit of anxiety, and I guess it comes to a fore sometimes at work, so I'm trying to get on top of that. So everything's okay. It's a day-to-day proposition, this insidious disease, and weight-wise I'm down to 104, which for me is pretty good. I was 144, so I've dropped 40 kilos. Still got a head for radio, but chugging along okay. Look, I take Ozempic. That takes the edge off for me, so helps me monitor my my eating. I am a regular walker. I probably walk an hour and a half a day with my dog, fly the drone, so that's all good. A few things have happened. I've had a falling out with the cricket club that I love, Swanbourne, and it hurts. It hurts some of the stuff that people will say about me. I've been called a racist. I've been called a lot of stuff, and I was there 25 years. I think I made a difference. And look, I don't want to go around what I will say. I was in the team of the 50 years, which was an absolute honour. I captained the club for a couple of years. I'm a life member. But things have happened. I was president for 4 years. There were some allegations probably 18 months ago about my some racial comments which were unfounded. Actually, to be honest, I don't even know what they were, but they're unfounded by someone. And what's happened is that someone now is captain of the club, which really hurts me because they haven't looked at both sides. This is my take on it. They haven't taken both sides of the story, so they haven't spoken to me. They've just believed him and what he said, and in this day and age, being called a racist is not ideal. I was popping down to the club, and there was probably 50% of people wouldn't talk to me, which I'm a life member and ex-coach. I coached them for 14 years. So it's sad. It's just a sad state of a lack of communication. Look, am I politically correct in everything I've said over the course of the journey? No. Am I perfect? Have I made disparaging comments in the past? Years ago, yeah, because I was uneducated on all this sort of stuff. But right now, I think from the 90s, I'm talking about sports-wise, things had to change to now. What's happening now is people hide behind their minority or their skin colour or whatever, and I did tell this guy he wasn't good enough to be a first-class cricketer, and I've been proven right. He's not good enough. He's a good club cricketer at best, but for him to hide behind that, it's a indictment on him and for two of my so-called mates. And I guess that's the thing that hurts me the most. The people that I cared about are no longer my friends, and they've sided with him for whatever reason, and look, that's their business. But for me, what you see is what you get. There's no bells and whistles. I'm probably single for a reason, but this has sent me to a dark place at times. And when the allegations first came out, I'll be honest, I wanted to kill myself. I really did. I wanted to kill myself. I thought 25 years at this club and they believe this crap. So it flared up a month or so ago, because once I heard that this guy was going to be club captain, which I'm devastated about, I wanted to hand back my life membership, and I got one of my mates. I wrote a letter on one of my mates to read it out in general business at the AGM, and it got shot down by these so-called friends of mine to say, look, it's not a good look, we can't do this. Things were said, sweep it under the carpet, and that really hurt. That hurt. I sent a couple of emails. Obviously, they're not my friends anymore. And I don't know, community cricket clubs for me are about the community and the players, and not about paying $10,000 for a club captain or getting a overseas POM and paying him and paying all these people. You know, Swanbourne spent $45,000 on player payments, and that's supposed to be hush-hush, which is not the way cricket clubs operate. Like, you know, they've got 20 junior teams now, which has been a fantastic addition for the club, but they're just pissing the money up against the wall. I hope things change. Look, the junior cricket club's getting involved committee-wise. I think the reign of terror, I call it, from the Swanbourne Mafia will eventually stop, and we'll get back to be a community cricket club. And you know what? When I played, we weren't that good, but we had a hell of a good time, and we had a few beers together. And look, we paid a player, and maybe played two players a couple of thousand, or an airfare or something to get them out. So there was player payments when I was around, but this has gone too far for a community cricket club. So funny today, I've had a really good day today, and this is why I'm posting. A guy that I coached 15, 20 years ago contacted me, and he's seen a couple of my Facebook posts, and he's worried about me. We caught up and had a coffee, and it was a fantastic hour and a half. He just gave me his time. He told me what I've done for the club and how that's never going to be taken away from me, which meant a lot. And he told me his experiences on the racial slander sort of stuff, because it actually happened to him as well. And it was really refreshing. It was really, really refreshing. So, look, life's not perfect, and I've learnt in life there's only a few, you know, if you've got 2 or 3 close friends, you've done bloody well. Because a lot of these people, they're not your friends, and it might be negative, but the positive in all this is if you've got 2 or 3 friends, you've done bloody well. And I'm lucky enough to have 2 or 3 really good friends and a good support network that helps me with my illness, with dealing with this sort of stuff. And look, I'm looking forward to my life. So banged on a little bit. I hope everyone's well, and if you like and subscribe, fantastic. If you don't, that's fine as well. But that's me. Rammer out. Go Saints.